This video is about the second half of part 3 of the Game of Life assignment. Previously, we have completed all of part 1, all of part 2, and the first half of part 3. If you'd like to know how to do those sections, see the necessary videos. So on this first half, you're going to be calculating probability from the life events on the front half of the paper. So if you flip over the paper, you see these life events listed here. There are 12 of them. Some of them are giving you money, some of them are taking away money. And you're going to be figuring out the probability. I'll do the first one with you, but you will have to finish the rest on your own. So I'm going to do the second one. So the probability of needing to make repairs. So I'm going to flip over the paper and I'm going to go through all the life events and figure out how many of them have to do with repairs. So I see the first one has to deal with car repairs, so that's 1. The second has to deal with home repairs, so that makes 2. Dental work, medication, stolen cell phone, bank fee, lottery ticket, bonus at work, bet with a friend, sold old toys, check for birthday, credits for an error. So I only have 2 life events that will result in having to make repairs. So I'm going to write that down. There's 2 where I have to make repairs. Now I'm going to take that and divide it by the total number of possible life events. And as I said previously, there are 12 total events. So I'm going to take the number that can be repairs and divide it by the 12 events. And that's going to give me the percentage that I will have to make repairs. So I'm going to do 2 divided by 12, and that gives me this decimal. Now I don't want a decimal, I want a percentage. So to change from decimal to percentage, I'm going to multiply by 100. So that gives me 16.66. Now I have a whole bunch of decimals, you only have to go to 1 decimal point. So looking at the second, it's a 6, that means I need to round up. So this 6 is going to become a 7. So my percentage is 16.7%. That's the probability of needing to make repairs from life events. Using the same technique, you'll finish the rest of the paper, or this section of the paper. Here, however, you're going to have to calculate if every event happened to you once, how much money would you gain or lose? So if you look here, you're just going to go through and add together all of these numbers, and that will tell you how much money you'll gain or lose. If it's positive, you gain money. If it's negative, you're losing money. So just add them all up. That will give you your answer. Don't forget that the negatives mean you're going to be subtracting. On the last half of the Game of Life, you need to take the number from the budget. If you read through it, it says, imagine carrying such spending habits further into the future. If you continued in your current path for 40 years, what would your accumulated wealth be like? So you're going to take the remaining balance from the second month on section D from part 1 and multiply it by 240. This will let you know how much money you should have after 40 years. So I'm going to take my budget section, which I completed in a previous video, and I'm going to look at my remaining balance at the end of the second month, $2,646.96. So I'm going to take that number and multiply it by 240. That's going to give me the number I do here. So I take my calculator, 2,646.96 times 240 gives me a total accumulated wealth of $635,270.4. I add a 0 to convert that to dollars, so it's 40 cents. So that's how much money I would have left at the end of 40 years. Now, using the information from the entire assignment from part 1, part 2, and what you've already done on part 3, you're going to choose 2 of these questions and answer it in the space provided. That you are on your own. This now means you have completed the Game of Life assignment. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me through Google Classroom or through Remind or Ask Me in Class.